Am I the asshole for leaving my son's wedding after he denied his stepmom a mother-son dance? My son Jordan is 27. His stepmom Natalie came into his life when he was 16. His mom had passed away when he was 13. Jordan never really considered Natalie as his mom. He refused to let her get close and shut down every attempt to have a close relationship. He even moved in with his aunt months after Natalie and I got married. As years went by, they started reconciling and seeing each other more often. He invited us to his wedding, which took place days ago. We got there and the atmosphere was great. Until later when I found out that Jordan had denied Natalie a mother-son dance and instead chose his aunt to dance with him. Natalie told me this minutes later and I couldn't help feel irritated and quite upset. I decided to get up and leave and we both left. I got calls from my family after they saw me leave. And Jordan called later and I told him why I did it. He got mad and said it was his wedding and that his aunt is basically a mother to him and said that Natalie shouldn't expect special treatment. I said it's not special treatment but a tradition. Besides that, he hurt her feelings for no reason other than for the sake of being malicious. He got offended and accused me of ruining his day and causing a scene. Now the family sided with him and said I shouldn't have left no matter what. Wow, you're the asshole. Way to make your son's wedding all about you and your wife. You already said that he never considered her his mom. So why in the hell did you expect him to invite her to do something that is traditionally for mothers and sons? For all intents and purposes, his aunt is a hell of a lot more of a mother to him than your wife. You are selfish, entitled people, disgusting, and you should be ashamed. You're the asshole. I find it so hard to believe you're so surprised. This woman hasn't been mom to him. It's his wedding too. It's not tradition to dance with your stepmother. Extremely huge. You're the asshole. A 16-year-old is not going to form a new mother relationship. He ought to be respectful and civil to your wife, but that is the end of his obligation. You are a complete ass for walking out of his wedding. You're the asshole. Your wife has never been his mother and he has every right to not have a mother-son dance with her. I strongly suspect this isn't the first time you've chosen your wife over your son and is probably why you moved in with his aunt. If you want any kind of relationship with your son going forward, I very much recommend both you and your wife apologize for throwing a tantrum at his wedding. You're the asshole. It's called the mother-son dance, not the father's wife-son dance. You're the asshole. You made your son's wedding about your wife. Congrats on destroying your relationship with your son for tradition. You're the asshole. Natalie is just your wife. She is not your son's mother. It's not a tradition for your son to dance with someone whom he does not consider his mother. Don't force your personal decisions on someone, especially when it is his wedding day. Also, don't count on seeing any future grandkids very often. If this is your attitude, you made it clear you value your latest wife more than your son. She didn't raise him for the majority of his childhood. His mother was there for that. It's reasonable that even if he likes her, he does not see her as his mother because he remembers and misses his mother. The fact that you remarried does not make your new wife his mother, and if he didn't want to dance with her, he didn't have to. You're the asshole. 16 is way too old to expect a kid to treat a new stepmom like a second mother. Lol. Yeah, YTA. You're the asshole. You and stepmom. If he never really felt motherly feelings towards your wife, why are you forcing the issue at his wedding? If your son felt his aunt was a mother figure to him after the death of his bio mom, it is natural for him to offer her that honor. You're the asshole. Your son only lived in the same house as your wife for months and didn't interact with her during that time. Even if he didn't have an aunt that he's lived with for over a decade. There is absolutely zero reason for you or your wife to have your son and wife engage in a mother-son dance. Cross your minds. She's not his mother. She's not related. She's absolutely nothing to him whatsoever. If she's that dramatic and self-absorbed, no wonder he left as soon as he could. You already know you're the asshole. You're the asshole. His mother has passed. It's only natural that he chooses the next best mother figure he has had. And that is his aunt. Anything else would be ridiculous. He wasn't mean about it. He just stated the facts and went with it. I don't know how your wife expected it to be her. Seems really weird. Tradition isn't to dance with the woman your dad happens to be married with. Even more weird is you getting mad about it. You're the asshole. He lost his mother as a young teenager. He felt you were replacing his mom with Natalie. Hey, he was a kid. He thought of his aunt as a surrogate mom. And it is his wedding. I am not understanding why Natalie was hurt and why you left. You're the asshole. He was 16, not 6, when Natalie came into his life. She was and never will be a mother figure to him. His aunt, however, he has presumably known her all his life. So she is closer to a mother figure to him than your wife will ever be. Accept it and move on. You're the asshole. Do you think you should have been forced to do the father-daughter dance with your son's wife too? Or is it just your son you like to force relationships on? This was his wedding day. And you and your wife, not his mother, were selfish as to leave when he wanted you there. Pretty clear who you chose. He chose right for the dance. You're the asshole. It's literally only tradition when the groom chooses their mother or a stand-in. In the case of the original chosen mother being unavailable, when the groom chooses to do the tradition, why in the world would he choose your wife instead of the aunt who actually raised him? You're conceited and have no respect for your late ex or your son's wishes. You're the asshole. You're the asshole. There's no marriage tradition that involves step-parents. It's his wedding and his choice whether or not he feels comfortable including her. Clearly he didn't. You're the asshole. It's not up to you to pick a new mother to replace your son's dead mother. You got to pick a new wife for yourself. He had no choice in the matter. If he never felt that kind of relationship with her, then tough luck. Don't try and force something that just isn't there apparently. Now you went and made his wedding about you. Good luck mending that. You're the asshole. Sorry, but you and your wife are ta. She is not now, nor will she ever be his mother. He never saw her as a mom. Why does she keep pushing this? You have basically undone years of work in a few minutes. Edit added judgment. You're the asshole. Natalie is not his mother. Nor did she fill that role in his life. Cannot believe you ruined the great atmosphere at your son's wedding over something like this when there was no indication he'd ever dance the mother-son dance with Natalie. You should be happy he has such a wonderful aunt. Tune in next month where OP wonders why his son went no contact after the wedding. It's because you never respected any of the boundaries he tried to set and then just kept on with that pattern after the start of a reconciliation. You're the asshole. You're the asshole. He has the right to choose the person he wants to dance with based on how he feels. You married Natalie, but that doesn't make her his mother. By leaving, you made it into a bigger deal than it was. Pity. Apparently OP didn't learn anything from being on Reddit. Demanding mother-son dance for a stepmother usually doesn't end well. You're the asshole. You're the asshole. Good job ruining his day and your relationship with him. You're the asshole. You are lucky you received a wedding invite because I imagine that's the last time you will be welcome to any event that includes your son. Since I am stepmom to 3 kids, I can say with absolute certainty you're the asshole.